Cub, obviously kind of a good experience for you here. You're getting back to work quickly, which is something we don't see from you sometimes. How good does it feel to be getting back to work just 4 months later?
It feels great, especially with a similar opponent, training style wise. So I was able to just pick up where I left off. So it was nice.
How good did it feel to get that victory under your belt? You'd been through some tough fights.
Yeah, that one was probably one of the most emotional wins. Just mentally, just asking myself, do you still got it? That question was there, and I wasn't gonna keep doing this if I wasn't gonna keep showing that I belong here.
So did you really thought about maybe walking away from the sport?
I did. I just, I didn't want to see decline in my performance. If I see decline in my performance, then I don't. I'm doing myself a disservice.
How about the injuries? Like, how much did that factor into it? Because obviously, broken jaw, not a lot of fun. You've been through broken hands a lot, which I mean, those are your tools that you
Yeah.
use. So, I mean, dealing with those injuries, was that part of it too? More so than performance?
I mean, it was both combined. I had to ask myself, just because I'm stubborn and stupid sometimes. So over the years, it's like, oh, well, oh, well. And then eventually you got to say, okay, how much is enough? And me and my manager had a serious talk in the hospital after the fight. And I gave it some time and I really thought about it. And I didn't think that I was done yet.
Yeah, I mean, the guys that you lost to are obviously, top tier guys. So, I mean, certainly you have to look and say, I'm competing with the absolute best in the world.
Yeah, I am. I've always been fighting the best of the best. They've always thrown me the top guys, so I pride myself in that. But you got to be hard on yourself sometimes.
Who do you go to when you're trying to make a decision like that? I mean, do you have family, friends? Who do you talk to about, is my time done?
I'd say my coaches, my teammates, and my manager. My family obviously wants the best for me, and they don't want to see me get hurt and stuff like that. So, it was a tough decision in the beginning, but as soon as I got back in the gym, it was pretty easy to kind of see the progression I've made since I got back in the gym, and made me like kind of fall back in love with certain parts that I didn't like before. So having that made it easy.
You kind of touched on it there, but I wonder. I mean, when you're admitting that you're thinking about maybe enough is enough. I mean, do you still love it? Do you still enjoy it? Is it still a fun job?
Yeah, I mean that's like the crazy part is I love it a lot. This is a joy for me, and the one thing I've been able to do is kind of do things outside fighting that kind of took the pressure off of me doing the things I didn't like about fighting, and so now it's just all about trying to be the best me, which was always my goal.
That's awesome. So you mentioned that you're kind of starting to get some good things going outside of the sport. What are your goals still in the sport? I mean, are you still, making a run for the title? Is it about fun fights? I mean, what are the goals for you right now?
Well, I mean the title's always going to be there, and if I keep winning, it'll be there. Do I want to obsess about it? No, because you never know what's going to happen, and that's what really sucked it out of me. So for me, it's just about having those big wins, the big fights, and just having fun with it. And if the opportunity comes, then of course I'm going to take it. Of course I'm going to want to do it. But if it doesn't, then whatever.
I mean, even with the losses and even with the layoff, you're still right there at the top. And you got one top contender who's sitting on the sideline for 2 years now. You got another who just lost in a crack at the belt. So, I mean, it's really not that unrealistic to think a couple of wins and people are going to be talking about you for a title shot.
Yeah, and I'm aware of that, but I don't need to think about it. If it comes, it comes. I spent the time, pleading and asking, and got denied, over and over, and it kind of just, really took my spirit, So nowadays, I just want to win fights and put on exciting performances, and if they want me to be the guy to fight for the title, then I'll do it.
Well, I guess it starts here with Kawajiri, a legend of the sport. I mean, guy's been around forever. Guy's been in some huge fights. What did you think when they came to you with this matchup?
I wanted a little bit more time. I'm pretty particular about how much time that I get to prepare. I wanted to jump right back in, but it keeps getting pushed back. They have a hard time finding me opponents sometimes just because I've been around so long. They're not too big on rematches. And so they said, well, you can wait another 6 weeks past this date or take this fight. And I was like, yeah, I like this fight. It's my 30th fight, kind of a milestone for me. Kawajiri. He's a Japanese legend, and yeah, let's do it.
Nice. How do you think this one goes? I mean, when you see this thing playing out in your head, what do you think we see on Saturday night?
I've studied him a lot, and I know he's got tons of experience, as do I. But I feel like I've seen a little bit of a decline in his performances. I feel like I haven't, and the losses that I had, I made huge gains in those areas. So I feel very confident, and honestly, I feel like a TKO in the first round.